Are simple words like a lot of or can't stopping you from getting the IELTS score you deserve? Welcome to the Explainer by IELTS Guide Phil on YouTube. All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to tackle something that might be costing you serious points on your IELTS Writing Task 2, formal language. We're going to break down, based on some expert guidance from IELTS Guide Phil, exactly how you can master that professional writing style that the examiners are really looking for. So here's the thing. IELTS Guide Phil points out that one of the most common mistakes keeping people from hitting a band 7 or higher is using informal, everyday language. And look, formal writing isn't just about sounding smart. It's a fundamental requirement that directly hits your score in major areas like coherence and cohesion and your lexical resource. Getting this right is absolutely essential, and in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how. Here's the game plan. We'll start with why this is such a high-stakes rule, then we'll walk through 5 super common mistakes to avoid. After that, we'll see some amazing transformations in action, give you a toolkit of formal words, and then wrap up with a challenge so you can test out your new skills. So why all the fuss about formality? Well, it's pretty simple, really. The IELTS essay is an academic task. So when you use informal language, it kind of signals to the examiner that you haven't quite mastered the professional tone that's required. And that can drag your score down, even if your ideas are fantastic. This isn't just a style choice, it's a critical skill for success. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. IELTS Guide Phil has pinpointed 5 key areas where students almost always slip up and get a little too casual with their language. Trust me, getting these right will make a world of difference. We're talking about using colloquial words, contractions, those tricky phrasal verbs, using bullet points, and asking direct questions in your essay. We're going to go through each and every one of these so you know exactly what to watch out for in your own writing. First up, colloquialisms. You know, those vague, everyday words we toss around in conversation, like stuff, a lot of, or thing. Well, in formal writing, you've got to be precise. So instead of a lot of, you're going to want to write a significant amount of. Instead of just thing, try a more specific word like aspect or element. That one change instantly makes your vocabulary sound so much better. Mistake number 2 is a super simple but really important one, contractions. I'm talking about words like can't, doesn't, or shouldn't. The rule here is 100% clear. Contractions are a no-go in academic writing. You always have to write them out in full. Cannot, does not, should not. It's such an easy fix, but it makes a huge difference. Next on the list are phrasal verbs. Now, these are everywhere in spoken English, right? We say things like put off or find out all the time, but for your IELTS essay, they just sound a little too conversational. The trick is to replace them with a more formal, single-word verb. So put off becomes postpone, and find out becomes discover. See the difference? And the last 2 mistakes are all about the structure. Your essay needs to be written in continuous prose. That means no bullet points, no numbered lists. It's an essay, after all, not a PowerPoint presentation. And in that same vein, you want to avoid asking direct questions like, so what should we do? That's way too conversational. Instead, you'd make a statement like, possible solutions to this issue should be considered. Okay, this is my favorite part. It's one thing to talk about these rules, but it's another thing to actually see them in action. Let's look at some real examples of how applying these tips can completely transform a sentence. Check this out. The informal sentence uses a lot of. It's okay, but by just swapping that out for a significant amount of, the whole tone changes. It immediately sounds more academic, more precise. It's a small tweak with a really powerful effect. And this one perfectly illustrates the point about phrasal verbs. Get rid of is something we say all the time. But in your essay, replacing it with a strong, powerful verb like eliminate, well, that shows a much higher level of vocabulary. It's clean, concise, and professional. And here's one more to really drive the point home. Found out is perfectly fine when you're talking to a friend, but discovered is the academic equivalent. It just carries more weight and fits perfectly into the formal context of an essay. So, to help you actually make these changes in your own writing, IELTS Guide Phil has put together a kind of toolkit of formal words that you can start using immediately. Think of this as your personal cheat sheet for leveling up your vocabulary. Let's kick things off with verbs. Instead of help, you could use assist. Instead of get, try obtain. These aren't super complicated words, are they? But they are the right words for a formal essay. Just take a second to look at this list and think about how you can start using these in your practice. And this same idea applies to other types of words too. For linking words, a simple word like so can be easily upgraded to therefore. When it comes to nouns, a chance becomes an opportunity. These little shifts all add up to create a really impressive and consistently formal piece of writing. And finally, let's look at some adjectives. Cheap can become inexpensive. Mad becomes insane. This whole toolkit gives you an amazing starting point for building that academic vocabulary that's really going to get you noticed by the examiner. Okay, now it's your turn, because knowing this stuff is great, but it's only powerful when you actually apply it. So let's move on and put your new skills to the test with a quick challenge. Take a look at this sentence on your screen. How would you rewrite it using the formal language we've been talking about? Think about those phrasal verbs and those vague words. Feel free to pause if you need a moment, and then post your new and improved version in the comments below. Let's try one more. How about this sentence? The government has to come up with new policies to help the economy. Same deal, find the informal parts and upgrade them. Share your answer in the comments. Seriously, practicing like this is the absolute best way to improve. So, here's the main takeaway. Mastering formal language isn't some impossible task. It's a totally achievable skill, but it is absolutely crucial if you're aiming for a band 7 or higher. When you consistently practice these rules, I promise you, you will see a huge improvement in your writing. To keep the momentum going, I really recommend you check out the original full blog post on this exact topic over at IELTSGuidePhil.com. You can also find more explainers and other deep dive episodes right here on the YouTube channel, and you should definitely join the Facebook community for more resources and support. All the links for that are down in the description. And hey, here's a special offer for you. Comment below with your answers to those practice tasks to get access to IELTS Guide Phil's online IELTS Masterclass. Thanks for watching.